Hurt, sadness, and broken hearts are expressed on this board for 31-year-old Romeca Meeks Blackman. On Monday, Meeks Blackman had just dropped off her son at school near Cermak Road and State Street when police say the victim was involved in a physical altercation with another person. The offender then took out a gun and fired it, hitting Meeks Blackman in the face.
And I lost a lot of kids that was on my caseload to the system, and also by other children that were on my caseload, to the point where it got so overwhelming. But I want to try and help those families, because every child had a story and people just judged them and not look at the circumstances. Let's set the tone for the story, because this is a tragic one. Chilling and a little too real. This one hurts.
Sipping on wine, feeling so fine. Dinner's on the table, it's dine and wine. True crime stories, oh so prime. It's our favorite time, let's unwind. Wine, dine, true crime time. Mysteries unravel, we're feeling so alive.
Hello, y'all. Welcome back to Wine-Dine-True Crime Time. I decided to change my podcast a little bit. My son said I sounded like his science teacher. But he knows how his mom really acts, and I'm kind of silly. So I decided forget what everybody may think about my podcast and not try to be politically correct and everything, and just be myself and enjoy it. But at the same time, I still want to honor the victims. So we're here to sip slowly, talk boldly, and uncover real life mysteries that stays with us for a long time. Well, at least till the end of the bottle of wine. Tonight we is on triple X, well, double XL. I was trying to give y'all my dress size, triple X. Double XL peach, brought to you by my sister Brittany. She let me have a bottle because I was having a rough couple of months. But you know what? Whenever God locks a door, he unlocks a bigger and better door. And I always wear the key to opportunities. So make sure y'all continue to support my page. You can also donate on Wine-Dine True Crime Time at PayPal. That's my PayPal. $ Wine-Dine True Crime. You could donate there. Some of my proceeds will go to myself to help do better studio time, get some good equipment, to also travel. I wanted to go to different restaurants, in Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough County first, because I'm from that area, and also around the Marion County area. That's where, excuse me, most of my family is from, Marion County. Then we migrated to Pinellas County, around Clearwater, Largo, St. Pete, Tampa area. So I want to experience a lot of food, because you could see a girl could eat. And talk some true crime, because that's what I like to do. That's what makes me relax. Yes, I'm weird. Yes, I help people all day, help children, help families, help our society become better all day long. And then I come home and watch, people be unalived. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. I am doing, a live on TikTok. I do have a Wine-Dine True Crime Time on TikTok as well. In the middle of November, I will send out some reminders to let you know you guys can come on live and tell your story, show your pictures of your missing loved ones that's not getting the exposure that they need, the news coverage that they need, especially small towns or even in some big towns. I was shocked. I know that human trafficking is huge here in Florida, and it gets worse around Super Bowl and election time. Just think about that for a minute. But when I got the news, like they found like 200 and some people in Texas that were missing, and I'm like, well, where was this stories? Where were they? Have you seen me? Um, like broadcasts. We should have more broadcasts and updates. This child is missing. This child is missing. Um, I did join a organization called Missing While Black or Black While Missing. I just started it. So I do want to collab with them. If they can hear me out there, I would love to collab with them. Just to give you guys a quick history about me, I did 25 years plus in child welfare. Started off as a juvenile probation officer and then child protection investigator with the sheriff's office. And then I went to the other side with foster care, and I was supervising over homes getting licensed, families and non-relatives getting their homes licensed so they can keep their kids out of the group homes. But as a juvenile probation officer, one of my specialties was human trafficking kids, human trafficking girls specifically. Most of the girls on my caseload were the age of 13. And there was a lot. And gang members in South St. Pete. So I lost a lot of people, a lot of kids that was on my caseload. And I lost a lot of kids that was on my caseload to the system. And also by other children that were on my caseload, to the point where it got so overwhelming. But I want to try and help those families because every child had a story and people just judged them and not look at the circumstances. And the system, I believe, is at fault. If we get them early, catch them early, and give them harsher punishments in the beginning instead of keeping them out in the community to rack up points for prison. Cause that's what leads to the road to prison. We can help them. So getting together as a community, that's something I want to do. I want to raise money to get a community center and to get programs out there, especially in South St. Pete and Clearwater area, Tarpon, Pasco, especially with the drugs in Pasco, and get these kids productive. Back in the 80s, I was in a program called Inroads that helped us get jobs according to our skills, and summer jobs, and I was able to keep mine. I worked with Eckert and I became a pharmacy tech, and that's how I got my foot in the sheriff's office. I was the third shift pharmacy tech at the jail. And that put me on the road to crime. But I always had that wanting to know what causes death. I always wanted to problem solve. I was always into science, anatomy honors. I got my crime scene degree, forensics, public safety administration, emergency management. So this is my life and my passion. So if you guys are willing to help me get my dream started and start a community and help each other make America great, that is my goal. So help me help others. Bless me to bless others. And anyway, Anyway, it doesn't even have to be monetary. Anyway, you can, even through connections. I am more than happy. So today's story is going to be about Romeca Meeks. Everybody heard about it, talked about it. But she made an impact on me as a mother. So this one is kind of dear to me in my heart. And it helped me change some things with my son, as far as giving him messages before school and encouraging him. And I'm also coming out with a affirmation coloring book for kids 3 to 6. So I'll let you know when that comes out on Amazon as well. But this one right here is dedicated to Misha Meeks. So you little pop your bottle, but you double XL. Let me get a little, my breast in the way, honey child. Let me put that back. Ooh, child, let get you here. He'll get you here. He'll get you. He'll get you. If you going through, he'll help you get through. Oh yeah. I don't know. That ain't wine. That's wicker. That's wine and liquor together. That's wicker. That's something. That's something. My sister gave that to me on purpose. She did. I'm gonna get her. Okay, so I am your host, Kiki Jenkins, and along with my co-host that's gonna be popping on and recording, Sackcloth King. That is my co-host, but also don't tell nobody, but he's my cousin too. Cousins helping each other, okay? I bring people up. We go up together. And that's how we do it. That's how it's supposed to be around here. But let's set the tone for the story, because this is a tragic one. Chilling and a little too real. This one hurts. It's a story about a mother and a mystery that refuses to stay quiet. Tonight we're talking about Romeca Meeks. She's a 31-year-old Chicago mother whose life was stolen in broad daylight just moments after dropping her son off to school. Now that one, that pissed me off. I'm just saying that one pissed me off. Her son's gonna need some tender loving care, a strong community behind him, some counseling, some grief, cause it happened in front of the school. Everybody's seen it. And from what I heard, now this is allegedly, he also saw it too. But think about it. You sending your child off for the day, maybe give them a kiss on the cheek, tell them you'll see them later, and then you don't. Before we dive into this, let's raise a glass to Romeca, to the truth, and to all the women whose story deserve to be told, okay? Now, I don't know if I need to take another sip, okay? I ain't gonna drink no more, okay? Okay, but let's begin. Okay, before we talk about this tragedy, we need to know the woman behind the headlines, okay? Romeca Meeks, sometimes reported as Romeca Meeks Blackman, okay? She was a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend. She was studying to become a nurse, determined to build her life and make a better life for herself and her son. And she was definitely loved. As you could tell in all the videos, she was definitely loved. Everyone knew her and said the same thing. She had energy, warmth, and drive. Now, on the morning of the incident, Romeca did something very loving. Whatever a loving parent likes to do, but her style, she leaves a note in her son's lunchbox. And it's a sweet, short reminder that said, "You can start off strong. Always remind yourself you're the coolest, smartest, and funniest kid I know. I love you so much, and you make me so proud. Have a great day. Mommy loves you." And my son doesn't take a lunchbox. He eats lunch at school, and I give him money. So I decided to put it on his assignment books. a little sticky, and just to encourage him for the day, it helped him get through the day, and it kind of changed his attitude. And kind of reminds him like, Mommy's thinking about you. So Romeca, if anything, your death did not go in vain. It helped change me. It helped me become a more supportive mother. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for that. Now, if you get a note like this from a mom as a kid, what would that mean to you? I mean, what does that say about who she was, right? Right up until the very end, she was a loving, protective mother. And because here's the part that will stop you cold, within minutes of writing that note, Romeca was dead. It was Monday, September 8th, 2025, a regular weekday during the Chicago South Loop. Around 9:05 a.m., police received calls about a shooting in the 2200 block of South State Street. Say that 3 times fast. A witness said it started with a heated argument between Romeca, the father of her child, Carlos Loso Way. That's his name on Facebook, I believe. And another woman by the name of Holly Johnson, aka I think it's Quita, if I'm saying it right. Quita or Kita or Kia. Wait, it is Kiate. What? Quidasia? That's it. Quidasia. I'm so sorry. And I should be mad at myself because my real name is Kiana and starts with a Q. It's Qui though. So, Kiasia. Holly Johnson was reportedly someone Rebecca knew. It was a love triangle, basically. She knew her. It wasn't reported, she knew her. Romeca and Holly were connected through Carlos. So he completed that triangle. But Romeca was trying to get away, and some people just can't let go. Some would say the love triangle that Romeca didn't want to have. Others say she did, but who's to know? She's not here to tell it. But she didn't want to have anything to do with. People nearby say they heard shouting and then a gunshot. Romeca was hit in the face. She was rushed to the Stronger Hospital, but didn't make it. Now, here's where the questions start piling up. Police detained the woman at the scene and the alleged shooter, Holly, but just hours later, she was released with no charges, with a self-defense claim, which I don't know how, because witnesses said that the father, Carlos, had the victim, Romeca, in a headlock. So I don't know how she's threatening when he has her in a headlock and Holly comes around and shoots her in the face. How is that self-defense? But we'll see. Why would someone be released after shooting a witness with video and a victim? It doesn't sound like justice to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Police describe it as a domestic in nature, but domestic doesn't explain a bullet. Domestic doesn't explain a mother's body laying on a sidewalk as her child sits in the classroom eating the lunch she packed that morning. The word domestic feels a little too small for this story. Diabolical? Yes. Diabolical. Sounds great. Now let's get into what happened after the shooting, because this case has many layers that don't add up. Eyewitnesses told reporters that they saw the shooter truck the gun into the car right after the shot. There's footage and there is statements, yet the suspect walked away without charges. Police said they're still collecting evidence, but weeks later, there still no arrest, no trial, no closure. And there's something else. Some reports say that the shooter had a concealed carry permit, which adds another wrinkle into the story. So what happened between the two women, one armed, one unarmed, meet in a moment of rage? And is that self-defense or murder? You can feel the tension, can't you? Kind of makes your stomach twist because you just know something's off. Something ain't right. Something not clean in the water. Mm-mm. Now listen to this. One bystander shouted, "She shot her. I saw her put the gun in the car." Multiple witnesses said all the same things, yet silence from the system. How would you feel if that was your sister, your daughter? Would you trust the system to get it right? We have no choice. We have no choice but to put faith in the system, pray, faith in God or whoever your higher source is. But I hope it comes out with justice for Romeca. Police said they are still investigating, but for families like Romeca's, every day without justice is a lifetime of pain. A few days after the shooting, friends and families gathered for a vigil at the West Inglewood. Candles, photos, tears, and the mother of Romeca stands there heartbroken. She told reporters, "I am broken. I am so broken." And as a mother, I couldn't imagine going through what she went through. You can actually hear it in her voice, the kind of pain that she was going through. Romeca's family described her as bright, funny, full of plans, and she wanted to help people. She wanted to raise her son right, and she wanted to live. So what do you think, like, for the child to lose a parent this way? How do you think his outcome's going to be? If you can, look up if there's a GoFundMe. I have to check and see for you guys to donate. Put a little something to help, take care of him, see him through school, and help Romeca finish out her dream for her son. To someday read the note and to have a child to someday look back and read the note that was in their lunchbox. That was the last moment, the last message she gave to him. At the vigil, people chanted her name, "Justice for Romeca." And that's when the story stops being just another crime headline. It became something deeper. A cry for accountability, a demand for answers, a mother memory turned into a movement. So, where does this case stand now? Still open, still under investigation, still no one held responsible. But this isn't where we're going to leave it, all right? Okay, Wine and Dine fans, we're not going to leave it there. We're going to say her name because Romeca's story is more than just a file number or a tragic ending. It's a reminder of how fragile life is and how love and violence can collide and how often women pay the price. Now, if you've been listening with your glass in your hand, take another sip for Romeca, okay? That's for you, girl. That's for you. Oh, wait. Just take another one for her son, too. That's for him, too. That's for him, too. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right there. Right there. Mm-hmm. Take another one for the women who tried to walk away, who tried to stand up, or simply live, who didn't get that chance. Not everybody is able to walk away. Not everybody who has a plan gets to see the end of that plan. An injunction is a great place to start. It's document. But baby, you got to be safe. You got to have some protection. You got to have a way out. And there's people out there that can help you. CASA, domestic violence shelter, the National Domestic Violence Association. You could call the 1-800 number. They will find you a way out. You could call the state attorney's office and see if they have money available for you to relocate and find a safe place. Sometimes going to social media is not the safest place. And it's not the place to put your business. Because sometimes it adds fire to the fuel. It does. There's a lot of wicked people behind those cameras. A lot of wicked people. A lot of people who has a bunch of hatred, who has a bunch of anger, who is upset and depressed about their own life, that they're willing to take a life, that they don't want to see no one happy. So today we sit for justice and we stand for Romeca, and we will not be silent this time. Again, love, peace, and happiness. And remember, stay safe, stay vigilant, and drink responsible. Peace.
Sipping on wine, feeling so fine. Dinner's on the table, it's dine and wine. True crime stories, oh so prime. It's our favorite time, let's unwind.